In Canvas, you'll find all the necessary information to be successful in this class. We are going to go over some of the most important rules and policies of the class, and the rest is up to you. You must read it and be aware that syllabus is subject to change. So let's start by going to the syllabus. Well, the first page that we have in here, you will find the syllabus highlight, and in here you find the complete syllabus with all the rules. My name, as you already know, is Tatiana Ripoll. My preferred email is the Rosemond email. If you need to find me for any other um, reason or for appointments for office hours, please you email me, and I will set some times for you to come to my office. That is Lawrence Hall 212. So let's start by going through this important information. Okay, as you know, we have two groups. One is the 9 a.m. and the other one is the 11. So for the Vista registration, it is important that you choose the appropriate class. This class is the one that is already set online on Vista for you, and you should be there to be able to have access to your homework and all other resources. The instructions of how to register are right here. You are not a returning student, so you will need to create an account. You buy a code, and this code will last you depending of the amount of time that you bought the code for. We have three, one for 6 months, one for 12, and another for 24. It is important that you know how long it's gonna take for you to finish this class. If you buy the code for 12 months, you should take Spanish 100 and Spanish 101 in that period of time, or you will need to buy an extension that is extra money. So keep that in mind. The account is free, but the code is not. So you can create an account, and as soon as you create that account, you will have different choices for enrollment. You will have a code that you need to purchase, and you use that code to get access to the class. If you're not sure yet if you're going to stay in the class, in this class, you have until January 23rd to make a decision. They will give you an option of a grace period. As soon as you register using the grace period, you need to let me know that I can't give you the permission, go online and give you the permission for the grace period. The grace period is 14 days from the day you register to it. After 14 days, if you don't have the code, you won't have access to Vista Online. Now, using the grace period is important right now because what it means is that you register, you use the grace period, and you are not going to get behind in the class. You will have access to all the information, the textbook, the resources, the homework, as if you had the code. But remember, this is just for 14 days, and after that, you need to buy a code. So don't forget that you have 2 different registrations, so make sure that you choose the one that is appropriate for you. Let's go to the syllabus. In the syllabus, you will find the most important information for our classroom. So let's just go over a few important things. The reason is that you have it available to you all the time. So it is your responsibility to keep on top of it, read it, and understand it. If you have any question, you let me know. I will answer that question for you. And remember, the syllabus is subject to change. I added in here some important days, school like Rosemont College days. And one of them, as you could see highlighted in here, is January 23rd. January 23rd is the add drop day. At the same time, January 23rd is the day that you must know if you're going to stay in the class or not, because you will need to buy that code to have access to the information. Anything highlighted are important days like Easter break and exams, etc. Now, this Spanish class is important to keep in mind that this is a fast-paced class, and to be successful, you must dedicate time for practice. You will need to do a lot of self-study using all the resources available to you. This is not an easy class. This is not an easy grade. You must work. There will be a lot of quizzes, practices, and a lot of assignments for you to do good and have a good grade. But if you don't do the homework, you won't be able to have a good grade. And I am straightforward in this point because I do not want anybody at the last of the semester telling me, oh, what can I do to get a good grade? That's not going to happen. The only thing you have to do is work steady, keep on top of the homework, don't be late, and you will be fine. We have a final exam that is oral exam, an interview, 10-15 minutes with me, and that will tell me how much you learn in the class. Since this is a Spanish 100, none of you have taken the class before. This is the first time, so it is important that you have your registration to Vista High Learning by January 23rd. To be able to continue to work online and submit all the homework online. So follow the instructions posted on Canvas under the name BHL Central Student Registration and register for your class. Make sure that you are in the right section. You can purchase the code eCompanion at the BHL store. This store, I place it on Canvas, and I would like for you to go there and check that out. I give you some ISBNs. ISBNs are not the codes. As you will see, they will have the price right below, right next to it, here, the prices of the different codes. If you don't find them in the BHL store, you register, just go down and talk to customer service. The reason I do this is because this was a special store created for Rosemont College to be able to offer students discounts for what the regular price is. It is a little bit more than what you see in there. Make sure that you take into considerations your plans for completing SPA 100 and SPA 101. If you purchase the 6 months code, and you cannot take the course during that time, you will need to buy an extension. If you are in doubt about the class, use a 14-day grace period. If you are staying in the class, you must have the code to continue having access to all resources by, I would say, I'm sorry, it says 18, it should be 23rd. And that will be, I think, counting whatever the 14 days from the day you register. So make sure you keep that on mind. These are the ISBNs that were given to me. Remember, if you cannot find, the name is Portales. Do not confuse with Portales, that is a French book. Portales, Spanish. These are the ISBN for the different times. So this is for the 24 months. This is the price we got. Use that. This is for the 12 months, and this is for the 6 months. Remember, use the customer service. They are very good at answering your questions and getting everything ready. And it's better to buy it in there because you have it right away. Make sure that you tell them that this is Rosemont College discount given to us, and that's why this store was created. I cannot give you access to anything. I don't have codes. I don't have anything. That's something that you must purchase. So this class is an introduction to a practical everyday beginning language class, emphasis in acquiring the basic skills of speaking, listening, reading, and writing. So the objective, when you finish this class, you should be able to have basic knowledge and vocabulary to maintain a basic conversation, talk about activities and daily routines, converse about the weather, request and give the right time, and express possessions and other important information about your family. So class behavior, it is important to read this and keep it in mind, okay? The most important thing in this class is to keep the work, the online work. You have all the resources in there. We have homework due on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11:59 p.m. There will be some penalty, 5% penalty for late homework. After it gets to 50%, it will mark 0. Since I don't give that much homework and what I'm asking you is for review and doing the homework, I do not accept late homework. If you pass the 5 day, the you get to the 50% and it marks a 0, it will be a 0. So you cannot tell me that you won't have in a week enough time to spend doing the homework. If you go, I'm going to show you, if you go to the calendar and the assignments, it will tell you how long you are going to spend doing that specific day homework. And usually it's about an hour and a half. So in a week, I'm sure you will find about 5 hours to do homework. You need to keep your notes, make sure that you check the assignment calendar on Vista. It has a 5%, I think. Oh, wait, then this is another one. I need to fix this one. I'm going to go over with you. Okay. Attendance is extremely important in this class. It will be recorded in every class right at the beginning. And as you could see, this video is going to be marked at the first day of class as soon as you watch it and checked that you've done it. If you are not present at the time, you will be marked late. More than 50-minute lateness is an unexcused absence. At the end of the semester, 2 unexcused absences will be taken off. I do not like lateness, so keep in mind, be on time. Homework is due Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays at 11:59 p.m. Check Vista High Learning calendar in your course. Quizzes, assessments, and lesson tests due days are going to be there too. For lesson tests, usually lesson tests, even though they are online, they are done in the class. So it is important that students bring with them for all classes their computer and headphones. Lesson tests are done in class with mandatory attendance, and you must show a written justification if you cannot be present. So there will be two grade books running, one in Vista High Learning and another one in Canvas. There is a little bit of a difference. Vista High Learning does the grading of everything related to your homework, assignment, quizzes, etc. Every time we have a lesson test, I do grade the lesson test and pass all that grade for the specific lesson to Canvas. Canvas is the one that has your final grade, the grade that goes to iWeigh, and when you finish the class in the semester, will give you a grade. So, Vista High Learning, everything related with homework, quizzes, assignments, and tests. Canvas has also attendance that will all be calculated, and that will give you a specific grade. Lesson tests are 50 minutes and will be during class time. All the students must bring their computer and headphones for the audio questions. If you are not in class for the exam, you won't access the exam online. You won't be able to. I have a code. Sometimes I do different ones. So you need to be in class to be able to access it. I will announce lesson tests a week before the test day. Important. This class is a class progression, okay? So you must follow the lesson progression. You explore, you learn, you practice, you communicate, and self-check and assessment. Self-check and assessment is what includes the quizzes, the assessment test. They have different rules. For example, homework you can do as many times as you like. If you do have a quiz or an assessment, quizzes you can do it just one, assessment you can do it twice. Lateness. Tardiness count as 70% points in the specific day of lateness. More than 15 minutes of unexcused lateness is considered an unexcused absence, meaning that your presence is not going to be counted even if you decide to come to class. I want to read this because it is very important. Attendance is not just that you are physically in the classroom. It is also how you mentally prepare and for the class. So if you are sleepy, you feel that you are not going to be able to contribute to the class, stay home, residence, rest. If you're sitting in my class and you need to be excused in the middle of the class, keep in mind that the time outside the classroom should be reasonable. I will consider an excuse absent after 5 minutes. It is very unprofessional and disrupting situation. I will need to excuse you from the class. All homework is on Vista High Learning unless I assign an assignment on Canvas, which you will have 3 assignments on Canvas in March. Any work submitted to my email address will be deleted. I don't see it. You cannot submit it to my email. It has to be on Canvas. Any student who have any concerns should talk directly. Any student who have any problem or concerns regarding the class, before going to the dean or the division chairperson, talk to me. You pray, you talk to me, and we will try to resolve the problem. If we cannot find a solution, then you can go to the division chairperson, the dean, etc. But please, first talk to me. I give you here some pointers of what it would be a good class participation. Academic integrity, well, you know the rules. If there is any fabrication of data, information, citation, um, that would be considered cheating, and there is serious consequences for that. And in language, it is very, very easy to find out, mainly because sometimes if you find a student who does a perfect writing and all of a sudden that is past their 100 level, and then all of a sudden I ask a question and is incapable of duplicating what they just wrote, that means that that was not their work. So keep that in mind. The grading scale, this is how we do our grades. So homework online is 25. That would be Vista. Quiz is 5%, assessment 5%, video recording 10, lesson test online or written 20%, final exam, proficiency, just oral exam 25, and attendance 10%. Total 100. You'll have 4 lesson tests. We are going to be seeing in this class from chapter 1 to 5. And the chapter 5 doesn't have a written test because it's extremely close to the final exam. So the majority of the information is asked orally in the oral proficient exam. And it also grammatically, you already, in the previous chapter, you realize that I talked already of a lot of information that is already um, in chapter 5. It's not like you're going to be seeing new information, but yes, you're going to be looking at new vocabulary. So there is no makeup exams. Exam must be completed on due date. I will announce the test in class, and it will be visible in Portales class calendar the day before the exam. Remember, the exams are done in the class face to face. The final exam is 15 minutes online interview with me. Exam week. I create an appointment calendar and you will book your appointment right in time. I give the questions for exam and situations a lot, I think a month and a half previous to final exam to give you time to prepare really well for the oral presentation. Early alerts. I like to do one early alert right before midterms that a student knows that it's not doing good and that should, you know, get with the program and keep working if they want to do good. If I say, hey, listen, you need to work, come to class, don't be late, do it right now because after the midterm, it is very, very, very hard to catch up, and I do not accept anything late. That's what's going to happen. Okay, this is the most important things for the syllabus. Let's just go to what I was saying. This is the Rosemont College store to be able to um, buy the codes. So the first thing you have to do is you need to sign up with the Vista, with VSL Central. Okay, you create an account and then you follow the instructions in the registration. And here you will have, find our textbook, that is Portales. You have the ISBN numbers, and make sure that you buy um, and register to the right class. So let's go to our website. Okay, this is my view. This is a teacher view. This is our textbook, Portales. I am going to show you how first a student view. That you can see how you're going to see it. Okay, this is Spanish 100. Okay, I'm going to go to this section. This is how I see it, but this is the way you're going to see it. This is how your screen would look like. Okay, so you already have in here like lección, and then this is all the homework you have already due. This is not going to be due on January 16. I'm going to change that for you. It will be the 18th. Okay, I just put the 16 because I was when I created the class. So I started on today, the 18th. This assignment is going to be due. Let me just start. Turn to mine. Okay, let me just make sure that that is the only one we have. Let's use a 16. Okay, that's it. Okay, so I show you how you will see your assignment. Let's just first go for a second. I'm gonna go back to your view that I can show you things that you need to know. Okay, so I am gonna go to okay, your view. Okay, this is your dashboard. Okay, where you have your assignments, and you can see all the assignments for the whole semester are right here. And it won't, that's why one of the reasons I do not accept anything late. You can do it anytime if you want to go ahead and do anything that is due on the 18th, 20, 23rd. Good for you. Do it. Here it tells you how long you're going to spend doing your homework. So you cannot tell me that in 2 days, 3 days, you cannot find 1 hour and 51 minutes doing the homework. So no late assignments accepted. Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11:59, and I'm making emphasis on it. So you go to your calendar, same thing. Any you will see the amount and the time you're going to be spending them. And as soon as I do a quiz, the quizzes will appear here already. If they are already, let's say we have in here 2 quizzes for you, and here you have an assessment quizzes. The only thing that's not going to appear in here is the test, the lesson test, and the reason is because I assigned that before, at least 2 days before, and they're done in class, so there is no need to be there. Grades. Here you can keep your score. You will see all your score, homework, assessment, quizzes, how you're doing, and the time you spend doing, you have spent in this website and doing all your work. I have access to that, so I see who worked and who has not. You will see all your scores. Sometimes if you don't find something, go here to a score, and then you will see all these are things that you need to do. Okay, all your assignments. So how to see what you will hear lesson 1, and you will see the categories. You want to see, for example, just if you have any quiz and you want to do, those are the quizzes for lesson 1 that you have to have done and the day and the time that are due. Okay. If you have any issue sometimes finding in the regular dashboard, make sure that you go to your grades and go to the scores, and then you will see, check it out. You get all the information in there, and you can go directly from here and start doing your work. Anything that I have on assigned, which be showed in here. Learning tools. Learning tools shows you the e-companion is your textbook. I use this in the class. You should have this also for you in the class. That's why you need to have your computer with you. And as you could see, and I'm gonna show you the things with is we work 2 things together, okay? In the classroom, we did many assignments in here, okay? Right from the textbook, you do it in the classroom. And those assignments not necessarily are the same as the assignments you have to do here in the homework. So we might start doing some work in here in the class, and then you might have this need to do this in the classroom, but you don't have it on the homework. So we do a combination of what we do in class, and we do emphasis and extra homework for you to practice at homework. And sometimes the homework is preparation for the classroom. You have all the resources and learning materials that you can check that out. PowerPoints, grammar, they are available for you according to the lesson, grammar slides. And you have other vocabulary tools like flashcards where you can practice everything we do and listen to it and keep working. If you could see, everything is from lesson 1 to 5 because that is what we are going to be working on. This class, if you keep on top of it, you will be fine. But if you miss work and you don't do the work, sorry to say, you are not going to be successful on it. This is not an easy class. I would remind you again. So this is pretty much everything I have to show you for our Vista High Learning. So you do everything I do. If you need, for any certain reason you have to contact me, something the homework, make sure that you write and I go back and let me know, Professora, I wrote something for you in there. If I'm not right in the side doing the work, and I can go back and check what was the grammar question, or you can keep that, and when you see me in class, then you ask me the question. So let's go to Canvas again. I just want to go to the gray book. Each of you have your, the only thing I have in here right now is course attendance. And pretty soon I am going to have the assignment for this video. Okay, I take attendance all the time, and there is certain things in here that you're not going to be able to see it because you are not going to be using it. Okay, so this is pretty much everything you need to know about our Spanish class. If you have any question, you let me know. Email me and I will answer you back. See you on the 20th, regular class, and we are going to start working. We are not going to go over this anymore. We are going to start working on online on Pista High Learning. You have a great day, and I see you on Friday.